Um, illegal immigration skews what jobs, oh no, that's ridiculous. Ice melts under pressure. Um, Silly liberals. The illegal immigration has skewed what jobs are available. It also has to skew how jobs are reported. Because there's huge companies that have to be making big conglomerates. And really, you can find stories about large conglomerates that you will find the one company's name. One company, if I remember correctly, was Tyson, was busted having illegal alien miners working there. And that was just a little bit back during Biden. Or just earlier this year. That's throwing off tremendous amounts of what people understand as employment. Which then therefore means, because this would mean that there's people working, but your payrolls don't make sense at a larger scale. So therefore, there's got to be people within many, many bureaus who then skew the data. They try to figure out how to come up with rules that the data then makes sense, because there's people who don't exist making money. The government, through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, gave out home loans to illegal immigrants. These are people that legally weren't even under our jurisdiction, which is the key argument that will always be the argument, is that they were never under our jurisdiction because they did not agree to the responsibilities of citizenship. It will never matter that people don't understand due process. It just will never matter that most people who are liberals just simply do not understand what that's referring to, because they are going through the due process. It's that they don't have they have very conditional rights because they have no responsibilities, because they have not pledged an allegiance to our country. They are still under the jurisdiction of the country that they're from. And I love that my argument is how this is going to, that I always knew this, and that I, as a person pretty much working a little above minimum wage, always knew this. Like, I was right on COVID, I was right on this. I love it. Which then tells you a lot. So if I knew this, if there's things that Fried Chicken Man has been so correct about, how expert are the experts in expertology about everything? You are suffering right now, but does the government know? Well, it depends upon what the rules say about suffering. See, somewhere a bureaucrat figured out a way of always making the numbers look good for the present administration, no matter. So you could always pick and choose certain rules, like the idea of people choosing different meat if meat gets to a certain expense point. This would have to be a stack of calculations about an elaborate social theory. Our bureaus have been chock full of this. Corporations aren't unloading people because the evil, the Trump, no. They hired people because it made their numbers look good. They hired thousands and thousands of people to make their numbers look good because of some way that we're recording things that makes that the big number. Well, they hired a bunch of people who are experts in computology, so obviously they're going to just make nothing but, they're going to just be shitting gold bars. This company's they hired nothing but women who know how to code. So this company can't do anything other than be the greatest company that ever lived, because it's all women of color coding. These are just social theories. These are social theories with no evidence behind them. And so eventually the numbers came in, and it all hinged on who is going to take the next administration. And a lot of these companies know the jig is up. They're dealing with one of their own now. A lot of you don't think of it this way. They don't like him because they know him personally. The powerful don't like Donald Trump. The rich don't like Donald Trump. A lot of politicians don't like him because they met him. In some way, shape, or form, they know something. He knows something about them. Remember, he had all the dirt on Warren from the beginning. He had actually looked into her background. He had, I mean, like, he plays mean. He plays a mean fucking, plays a mean piano. And mean piano, he wears a red tie, not a bandana. And he'll send you to a honky-tonk in Mexico if you fuck around. Especially if you're under Mexican jurisdiction. Another thing, refugees. They would be in Mexico. It's the rules of refugees. You are wrong. You will always be wrong. We just finally need somebody to say that's actually what the rules say. So suck up being wrong. So, yeah. And that's coming. Just like jurisdiction. So I'll talk to you guys later.